welcome to another episode of You Can't Handle the Tooth. This is Dr. J, the Real Floss Boss. I'm bringing you a video today on fillings. And the reason is because we just did a filling on one of our hygienists, and I wanted to sort of walk you through the process, because sometimes you go to the dentist and you just open up and the dentist does his or her thing and you don't know what they're doing, but it feels good, and so you leave. But I was going to walk you through all the steps for a filling. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's see if I can reverse this camera. I'll show you what we were seeing before we started, and then what we did in the process and how it ended up. Okay, so let me flip this around here. Okay, so here's some pictures, and this was the before picture right here. And so what we're looking at is really healthy tooth structure here, but right here is a cavity that's up underneath there. And you can see it's not a really good contact right there. It's open, it's trapping some stuff in there. And so we're going to clean this out and refill it, all right? So we cleaned it out, and I've got a picture here of what that looks like. So right here we've got that area all cleaned out, and there's the floor down there, and then we've got this little barrier that comes around this way, and that's going to help not only keep the filling material from going down in between the teeth and in the gums, it's going to give us a general shape of a tooth also as we start to use it. So I wanted to show you a couple of the things that we use. First, we use these little micro brushes a lot in dentistry, and they're super small. Let me grab you one and show you how big they are, how little they are. So I took a picture of it with some bonding resin on it. Here's the actual size. You can see what it's like, in someone's hand. It's pretty small, right? When you blow it up, it's just these bristles, and you fill it up with this with some bonding resin, and then you take and go back into this little cavity preparation. You take the brush and you scrub it really good with this bonding resin and desensitizer and etchant, and all those kind of chemicals are all mixed together. And then we use filling material. So we use a couple of different kinds. This first kind is a flowable. I want you to be able to see how it comes out here. It's very, very flowy, right? I mean, it goes wherever you want, and you can move it around, and it's very soft, very thin, very liquidy, not very viscous, okay? So that's called a flowable material, okay? And so we put that on the floor of the prep, and we fill that up really good and make it nice and level and even. And then we use a little harder, more dense, certainly thicker material. Sorry about that. Right here. And that doesn't flow at all. It's actually kind of like wax a little bit. But when you take the curing light to it, so I can mold it, you take the curing light to it here. After you pack that in there, stay away from the light. And in just a matter of seconds, it becomes rock hard. So you fill all that up with those materials, you light cure them, and then first thing you'll do then is you'll do a bite check. So this is generally what it looks like when it's filled. She's hitting a little bit high right here, so we want to smooth that off and polish it. And when she's all done, she goes home and it's like this. So it's all filled up, much better contact in here. Tissue's a little red or erythematous, a little bloody, just because we're messing around and flossing a lot. And we had that little separator that was in there. But this will all heal up just great, and it'll be nice and functional for her. Flip this back around. Be nice and functional. She'll be able to eat with it, floss through it like normal, no problem. That's basically a filling. It is very technical, using lots of little things to get in. You want to make sure you don't damage the adjacent tooth when you're drilling around there and cleaning things out. But that's what a restoration is, a filling for smaller things. When they get bigger, they get into onlay world or crown world. But this was a filling, composite resin filling. It should last her a long, long time, and that is the video on fillings. So appreciate everything, all the feedback that I get. Really enjoyed doing these Facebook Live shows with you guys, and it's a lot of fun to do. So keep the questions and comments coming. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, where we place a lot of these videos. Don't forget to, you can also see a lot of before and after smile makeovers on our Instagram page. All of them are at Wildwood Dental. And look forward to seeing you there. Please continue to send questions. You give us questions, I'll give you the answers. All right? This is Dr. J, the Real Floss Boss, signing off. Thanks again for joining us for You Can't Handle the Tooth. We'll see you next week.